There comes a point in your life when you get older and you value connections more than you value yourself. And I didn't realize that, and I don't think I have that many connections left. I don't know my best friend's birthday, nor do I know where he works at. I don't know my father's birthday either, and I really don't know how he's doing mentally. I don't know where my personal friends, where their agency lies. I don't know where their allegiances are, and I can only tell you their weaknesses, generally. I don't know many of their strengths. A lot of my friends are former addicts, are currently addicts, are alcoholics, and things of that variety. A large part of my life continged on the fact that I was the pillar and beacon of strength for a lot of people. And I held on to that power because that power made me feel great. It made me feel like I was a person. It made me feel like somebody that mattered to them. I am a narcissist. I am genuinely a narcissist. And I don't mean this in a way for people to feel empathetic, because I promise you I do not share that same empathy for you. I have a very low threshold when it comes to caring. I do not care as deep or as intimately as others. In a large part of my life, I would witness others be naturally good. And I asked myself a question that I had heard one time. What is better, to be born good, or through extreme effort to combat a great evil inside you? For a large part of my life, I thought to myself, if I'm evil or do evil, then I am an evil person. That's not true. If you are evil, then you must do better. You don't just stay contingent on the fact that you are evil. You must be better than what you are. I need to be better, and I must overcome my narcissistic traits. And to do that, I must tell the evils that I've committed. In my life, I've been horribly manipulative. Whenever I notice a slight change in a facial expression, being highly observant with a person, I would instantly and almost characteristically and charismatically use my charisma and charm and wit in order to garner them to my side when I noticed that they were distasteful of my opinion, garnering and shaping my entire opinion around what they believed in simply to gain their favor. I did this for a large part of my life, up until I was about 24, 27 now. For the past 3 years, I've not done that. All I would do, in essence, is allow myself to be centerfold and center forward in people's lives so they would holistically rely on me. I never befriended somebody that I felt was powerful. I could tell almost instantly if they were powerful. I could see their aura, their strength. I could see their characteristics. I never wanted to be upstaged. Not once did I want to be upstaged. I just wanted to be the main centerfold. I wanted my grandiose nature to be on full display for everybody to know, and that's what I craved. I wanted everybody to look at me and think, wow, he's got it all together. He's got it down pat. And that is all I ever wanted from people, to look at me and think, he's perfect. And I didn't view other people as if they even could be close to me. I had a horrifying God complex, a God complex that extended to the point where I didn't even view other people as people. They were tools to be manipulated. And if you were to ever ask me why I did it, it's because I could. There was no greater reasoning behind that. There was nothing that inspired me gaining some higher purpose, some higher power, some grandiose plan, some high scheme that I was plotting out. It wasn't calculated. It was just opportunistic. I could. I would use spouts of manipulation. I would use spouts of grandioseness. I would use every asset and tool that I had garnered throughout my entire life to get to the next stepping stone. If I saw somebody that was in a very low point in state that had misery, I would keep them close. I would coddle them. I would make sure I could be around that, because I wanted to learn about them and learn their weaknesses, because I know those are the people that will do the most for you. The people that are the most miserable, the people that need the most help and support, the people that need you. And everybody around me thought I was some hero. Wow, you're befriending addicts. Wow, that guy has a horrible drug problem. Wow, he's an alcoholic. And everybody thought to themselves, wow, he's so nice befriending people that have no friends. No, that was not the true intention. And I would never hide my intentions. I was never tricky in that capacity. My manipulation was up front. My manipulation was on full display. Everybody knew what I was doing. And the worst part about the entirety of the manipulation, the worst part about it is they were okay with it, because somehow they thought, in essence, that I was doing a good deed by exposing my ill intentions, by stating, well, you've recognized the problem. Well, now you can fix it. So, what I did, I went to therapy. And the first time I went to therapy, first time for specifically my narcissistic behavior, I was 21 years old. I remember this so specifically and detailed. First time I ever went to therapy. And I learned so many healthy coping mechanisms, how to identify narcissists, how to pick them out of a crowd, how to do that. And I immediately exploited it. I used those healthy coping mechanisms to keep those people that I needed close to me close. It allowed me to get into an entire repertoire of other people. And that is not good. That is evil. That is messed up. That is horrid. And I did that for a long time. It was a core foundation because it wasn't the fact that I could do something else. It's all I knew. It was the core being of who I thought I was. But as I got older, I began to lose closer connections. I began to not be able to tell what was going on around me. I began to realize that despite the fact that I could make money, what am I doing with that? I make money to make memories. And I love myself in a twisted, sick, deluded, disillusioned, disgusting way. It was weird. My delusions were reality, and that's the worst part of it. Every piece of my delusion, every piece of my core essence, every part that I was real. Everything that I thought I wasn't, or everything that I thought I was, people told me I was. You're great. You're amazing. You're charismatic. Everybody relies on you. Every single aspect of what I had thought that I wanted to become, that I had manipulated people into becoming, that I was. I had the strength of character to back up my delusions, and everyone believed me because I had surrounded myself with people that thought I was a god. And that was horrifying. I looked around and realized that I felt like a god. And that is the worst feeling. Because being a god is isolation. That is not connection. There is no connection if you are on a throne. You are singular. If you feel like you are a god, you feel like you own the world, nobody can connect with you. And you disallow connections to happen. And that's horrifyingly evil. It is not a way to live. When I was 24, I realized this. I got into a bad sulking depression. I looked around and I thought to myself, I have nothing of value. Sure, I had a computer, I had video game systems, but I had nothing that truly mattered to me in the pure essence. Everything felt wrong. It felt bland. It felt lacking of something. And the thing I lacked was empathy. I lacked it. And a bunch of people, I went to them and I asked them how to be empathetic. They didn't give me good answers. All they ever told me was, well, you just feel empathetic. And I didn't know what that meant because I had never tried to be empathetic. I never tried that. I would talk to people and I wouldn't connect with them. And I thought that connections had to be instant because all I wanted was instant gratification. I wanted gratification that happened the way I used to exploit people and manipulate them, but that's not a way to live. That's horrible. You can't live like that. Because at the end of the day, when you have nothing, when you have all this money, this mountain of gold that you're looking down at everyone from, what will you spend it on? Nothing. You can have 1,000 cars, 1,000 houses, 1,000 boats. And at the end of the day, you'll have no memories because no one can enjoy those 1,000 cars, 1,000 houses, and 1,000 boats. No one can enjoy that with you. And when you don't have anyone to enjoy greatness with, your greatness is a solitary confinement, a prison in your own mind that only benefits yourself. And it felt disgusting. I wept and cried because I felt like I was missing some core part of myself that I didn't have. And then I realized something. I went to therapy and I realized something that my therapist had told me, and it seemed so obvious. He said, when you help somebody, have you ever considered putting yourself second? Whenever I helped anyone, I would always try my best to make sure I got something out of the interaction. It doesn't matter what it was. So I stopped. I stopped asking for money back. I stopped asking for things back from people. I stopped. And that's the first step. Or that was the first step. Now, I'm overcoming my narcissism. I'm overcoming myself. The great quiet battle with one's will and ego, my ego death. I am allowing myself to care about the world because it doesn't care about me. And that is overcoming my narcissism. I'm doing my best. And it sucks being this vulnerable to a bunch of strangers online. It's horrifying. Because I'm scared. I'm not allowing myself to be viewed as great. That's why I'm doing no cuts with this video. If I mess up, I mess up. I want you guys to see the raw, unfiltered version of myself. That's what I want. And I would like that. I will become better each day and every day. Being narcissistic and being so full of oneself that my head is shoved so far up my own butt that I can't see the sunlight that is around me is not fun. It's not a good way to live. Thank you.